Good afternoon, everyone. This is Lydia Suganya from Computer Department. I'm here to
Recording in progress.
give ESD orientation for semester 4 and also SEM 3 for diploma students. So this is the outline of the presentation. You have ESD objectives, scheme and course objectives, batches, schedule, expectations from students, and finally the ESD outcome. So these are the objectives of ESD. Okay, so for second year students, this is the second ESD program. So already you have undergone one ESD program. So why we require additional ESD training apart from the curriculum? So we are learning already programming languages in our curriculum. So why we have an extra training for training known as ESD? So here are the objectives. You can have a look at these points to enhance computer programming skills. So already you're learning programming languages as part of your curriculum. So apart from that, in order to enhance your skills, we are going through this program to facilitate extra credit for students upon successful completion of the program. So we'll see the credit information in the coming slide. To provide multidisciplinary knowledge for career opportunities in IT industries, to meet industry expectations and to enhance employability of students. So this is the scheme for ESD. So you have totally 30 number of hours. So out of 30 hours, 20 hours will be covered through the training sessions, and remaining 10 hours will be through the self-study. And we have 1 credit for this particular course, and the total term work is 50 marks. So you can see the bifurcation of 50 marks here. 10 marks is allotted for attendance. So attendance, the training attendance, then 20 marks for formative assessment. So you have 2 formative assessment during the course. So the average of 2 assignments will be considered here, and an oral examination based on the content covered during the training sessions. So 20 marks for that. So in total, you have 50 marks. Okay. So this is the bifurcation of 50 marks. So here you can have a look at the objectives of the course. So this time you're going to have a elective course. So it is not, you have a choice to select any one of these 2 courses. The first course is Expert Python Programming, and the second course is Python for IoT. So here you can see the objective of the course. The course intends to make students learn how to develop Python applications. Then the course intends to develop expert level skills necessary for becoming technically skilled person. So right from basics, advanced topics are covered in the course. So you can have a look at the highlights of the course. So about expert Python programming. So it includes contents of Python programming from basics to deployment. So you learn from basics. The first module covers the basics. So from second module onwards, you will learn the advanced level concepts of Python. So from basics to deployment is covered by this course. And the next course is Python for IoT. So here you have hands-on with end-to-end IoT application development. So that is done through Raspberry Pi. Okay. So you can have a look at the detailed syllabus. Sorry, I could not open the syllabus right away. So it will be shared. The link is shared with you. So there you can have the look at the detailed syllabus. So we are passing a link for you all. So the information given in the link, you need to fill all the information, your personal details, as well as you need to give your choice. Okay, you have to give one choice among the two courses, and in the same link you can see the syllabus of the detailed syllabus of the two courses. Okay, so you are required to give the consent by Monday. So next is the schedule for the course. So the training sessions will start from 24th of Jan to 29 January 2022. And it will be 3 to 4 hours of training per day. Okay. So since you need to complete 15 to 20 hours of training, we are trying to arrange for 3 to 4 hours of training. Okay. And the final evaluation will be conducted on 5th February 2022 after a break of 1 week. So the final evaluation will be carried in terms of oral examination. So that is based on the content covered during the training sessions. Okay. So a few expectations from the students. First is join the training sessions regularly. So as you all know, minimum 75% attendance is required. 75%, 100% attendance is expected from everyone. So suppose in case like you are not able to comply with the attendance criteria, you will not be able to give the final evaluation on time. So after 2 days of the program, we'll check the attendance of the student. If the attendance is falling below 75%, then the students will be assigned with remedial work. So if they are completing the remedial work on time and submitting, then some few number of hours will be added with the attendance, so that you will comply with the attendance criteria. Okay. So join the sessions with a proper UID format. So the attendance will be based on UID. So if you are not mentioning your UID properly, or you are joining with another format, you might lose your attendance for that particular day. So students who are not knowing the UID have to know the new UID, and now onwards they need to join the training sessions with the UID format. So in today's meeting also, we could see few students have not joined with the proper UID format. So this has to be taken care in the future. So, and one more thing, while attending sessions, for example, if it is a 2-hour session, then it is mandatory. Mandatory to attend at least 1 hour to claim attendance. So if you are not attending even 1 hour, and you are attending for 15 or 20 minutes and then just leaving the meeting, then you will not get the attendance for that particular session. So you need to note that you have to attend at least half of the session. So otherwise you will not be getting the attendance, and also you will miss the training. So you will not get the continuity. And as I told you in the beginning, there will be 2 assignments given. So during the course, during the training period, that is during the 5 days. So you need to complete all those assignments on time. So basically, after 2 days of training, formative assessment 1 will be given based on 50% of syllabus, and in the last day you will be given second formative assessment based on the next half portion. So the assignment will be it is up to the trainer. So maybe it is a mini project based assignment. So where you need to code, write the code, execute the code, and you need to submit the details. Okay. So so here you need to submit the assignments individually. There is no group wise submission. You need to submit the assignments individually, and the marks will be granted on individual basis. Fine. Next, be ready with the laptops and check for proper network connectivity. Okay, so for effective learning. So usually the trainer, we are arranging for external trainers who are working in industries in the same field. So they are trying to execute the programs and show to everyone during the training sessions. So you will be working along with the trainers. So for that purpose, you need the laptops, and also for submitting the assignments, you require laptops. So arrange for a laptop if you don't have one, and also check the connectivity. So if you miss the lectures or the sessions, then maybe the next day you will not get the continuity, and you cannot learn effectively. So in order to have effective learning and take the full benefits, you need to arrange for a laptop. Then the last point is final evaluation is to be given. That is the oral examination, which is given 20 marks in term work. So that has to be given on the mentioned date. For example, in your case, it is the date is given for 5th February. So the students are required to give the evaluation, that is the oral examination, on that date only. So if you are missing your evaluation on that day, you will be marked absent. Your result will be delayed. You need to note this. So there is no second chance for you. You have to give the evaluation, that is the final evaluation, on the mentioned date. Okay. So finally, you can see the outcomes of the ESD program. So after going through the ESD program, you will be able to solve problems using the programming skills you have acquired during the training sessions, and you will become industry ready and ultimately become employer. And now I would like to say a few points regarding the ESD for direct second year students who are, that is the ESD program which is going to start from tomorrow onwards, because we don't have time. So I have included slides here itself. So here the diploma students, this is for the diploma students who are in the meeting. So for third sem, the course was open source technologies and basics of cloud computing. So the syllabus of the course will be shared with you later on in the group. You can have a look at that. And these are some of the software requirements. So please note down the software requirements and try to install it before tomorrow's session, so that the session will be carried out smoothly. So there will be no separate time time will be given for installing the software. So if you try to install it by today, then it will be very helpful to attend tomorrow's sessions. So these are the softwares. So in addition to this, I will also pass the link in the group, so you can circulate it to all the direct second year students. Thank you. If you have any queries, you can ask.
I request you to please stop share.
Yes.
I have the syllabus for SEM 4. Host, can you please allow me to share? Thank you, host. Guys, this is the uh, detailed syllabus for expert Python programming. Here, we are going to start with the OOPS concept in Python. You must be wondering why not coding and all started with the basic concepts of Python, because here the expectations are the syntax and other things you will be learning, and you must have learned during your SEM 3. Now you are in SEM 4, so advanced Python is required. So that's the reason why we are starting with OOPS concept directly. Then we'll be having packages, then web services and testing using JSON, HTML, and XML, and so on and so forth. Then there are some testing tools will be introduced to you in this semester. Then there are some application packages will be introduced, and then finally, managing code lifecycle and documentation will be covered under this. So the reference books are mentioned here, and some online references are also mentioned in the syllabus. This is the first topic or the first curriculum. Second curriculum will be Python for IoT. This is the second option available to you. To select any one of the two. Okay, so one is expert Python programming, second is Python for IoT. So let's see what is there in Python for IoT. So here you will be introduced to Raspberry Pi or any other tool on the same lines, and then IoT connectivity. There are some interfaces you can see here. These are the interfaces which you will be handling directly during the online sessions. Then RESTful APIs will be introduced to you during this session because during networking, the APIs are very important. So Flask, microservices, and other tools will be introduced to you during this session. Then WebSocket programming using Flask. Flask is the new concept which is nowadays asked by the various industries. So that's the reason why we introduced this Flask also. Then how can you connect your Raspberry Pi to a physical device? So that will be introduced, and a demonstration will be shown to you. And finally, connecting the Raspberry Pi to the physical world where LED and RGB lights and other things like temperature sensors and humidity sensor, how these devices can be interfaced will be taught to you, and how you can control them. Okay, so maximum is 30 hours, 20 hours will be the actual delivery, 10 hours will be of self-study. Okay, so here when you are coming for the EST session, ensure that you have learned the basic concept of Python programming, and you know the syntax, how to code, how to write a program. Okay, whatever difficult points are there, let's say for example, if I am teaching a program where a for loop is required, so trainer will not teach you how to write a for loop. Okay, because this is somewhat advanced, which we are delivering to our students. And believe me, with the help of this EST program, this time in this particular like academic year, the first batch of our autonomy is passed out, where we have observed majority of students are placed with dream offers, like minimum salary of 5 lakhs. Computer and IT, if you see, the minimum salary offered is the average salary is around 8.67. Electronics, telecom, these branches are not much behind. So their minimum salary is approximately average salary is between 6 to 7 lakhs. So not much difference between computer and IT. It is possible just because of the introduction of this EST program, and we have observed that the acceptability of students with the help of these training programs is more in the industry as compared to the old batches. Okay, most of the students, they are passing the exam when they are appearing for any technical exam. So with this mindset, if you come for this particular training program, so then you will be benefited a lot. Otherwise, if you are considering this as one of the academic course and you have to complete 1 credit, for that if you are coming, then the result will be like in the down the line 2 years, you will get the result of that. So this is what I have to convey. If you have any questions, so you can raise hands. Host will unmute you, and then you can go ahead with your questions. Or if you are able to unmute yourself, so you can unmute and ask questions.
The prerequisites for the course is like basics, like the programming language, procedural programming languages, nothing more.
Ma'am, about the DSC course, which will be going to start from tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
वो कब खत्म होने वाला है? मतलब before the Python, it will going to be completed, ना?
Yes, it is going to it is there on tomorrow and 15th. So 2 days you'll be having 4 hours. So it is going to complete before your regular ESD.
Okay, ma'am.
Uh, Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, as previously sir said that you have been introduced to Python in the SEM 3, but we don't have been introduced to the same Python in SEM 3. So we are not similar with the basics of Python. So what to do?
You're from which department?
Comms, ma'am.
So you must have studied in your professional skills.
No,
Core
ma'am, we
Python.
have
No, you must have
I'm
learned.
in professional
No,
skills. We
ma'am.
have
It was
Java.
taught
We had
in
Java.
Java, ma'am.
AIML. In AIML,
Java.
Python was
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We had Linux, ma'am.
Sorry.
Mm,
Syntax,
Yes, ma'am. You studied Java.
syntax you can learn by yourself and then join the program. There are online videos available. You can learn and then you can join the program. That is not a problem. Wherever there are some issues with the syntax, trainers are going to explain only the syntax, not the concept behind that will be taught by the trainer. Okay, what and why that you have to learn
And
because
also,
industry expects that.
sorry.
Yeah.
The course is starting from basics, so you'll not be having any difficulty in understanding the programming language. Any other queries?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
मिस डायरेक्ट सेकेंड ईयर के लिए जो कल से कोर्सेज चालू होने वाले मिस उसके लिए लिंक प्रोवाइड की जाएगी ग्रुप पे.
Yes, yes. By today evening, you will be given with the link. You will get the Zoom link.
Ma'am, and at what time the lecture is going to be?
It is from 9:30 onwards, 9:30 to 11:30. Then you have half an hour break. Then from 12 to 2, you have the second session. So same way you will have it on 15th as well.
Ma'am, so for tomorrow, do we need to have to prepare anything like basics and all, or application download करना रहेगा तो?
Yeah, that's what I gave you in the slide. Apart from that, I'll pass the link in the group also, coordinators group. So the coordinators of the respective departments, they can forward it to the diploma students. So be ready with the software so that it will be easy for the trainer to cover the portion.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you repeat the timeline again? When will it start and when will it end, and when will be having our Viva?
Sorry?
Can you repeat the timeline that when will be start and when will it end, and when will we
This is
having our
regarding
Viva? Regarding ESG.
regular ESD or?
Yes, ma'am, regular ESG. SAM 4 for ANTC.
Yeah, that was already discussed in the slide.
Yes, ma'am. Can you repeat the timeline?
It is 24th. It is starting from 24th January and till 29th January, you're having the training sessions. And the timings will be informed to you shortly through an official notice.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So it will be 3 to 4 hours of training. Any
Excuse
more
me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, this will be compulsory for all DSE students, right?
Yes, it is a compulsory program. It's a course. You're a diploma student or regular student?
Ma'am, diploma, direct second year.
Yeah, it is compulsory. First, you need to complete your SEM 3 ESD. That is what I told you, just scheduled on 8th and 15th. And then the regular ESD will come. So it is compulsory to complete the course. It is part of your curriculum.
The meeting is done. Can we leave?
And one more thing I just want to tell you, we are passing the consent link today. So all students, including the diploma students, are requested to fill the consent before Monday, by Monday. Because SEM 4 ESD is an elective course. So you need to choose one among the two courses.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, is there any specific version to download for Python?
Not required. From 3 you can use. So that will be communicated to you 1 week before. Okay. So for now, I have just given the information about tomorrow's ESD software requirements. So the regular ESD software requirements will be communicated to you by next week. So after getting from the external trainers.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, as you mentioned earlier regarding the regular DSE, we will have to choose among two subjects, right? So as you are forwarding the form, can you please forward the syllabus as well for both of the subjects?
Yeah, the syllabus is there in the form itself.
Okay, ma'am.
You can go through the syllabus and then you can select the form.
Okay, ma'am.
So if the meeting is done, can we leave?
Yeah. Sir, I think we can ask the students to leave.
Yes.
So computer, IT and ENTC students can be. And one more thing, if any diploma student has not joined this session from these 3 branches, they can join in the next session because I heard that few students are having lectures.